Hi everyone, thank you for joining me, Wendy Anderson, justbe.me. So in this video, it's a little bit in tandem with the other video around the spine, around the D8 vertebrae being out. So if you have a spouse and their back, the D8 is out, then they're exhibiting these domineering behaviours because bless them, we've all got stuff going on. Every single one of us have got stuff going on, but because of the ascension process and the whole of humanity evolving into a new way of being, this is being highlighted even more. So you will feel it in the body. So if you've got any kind of limiting belief systems going on there, or old programs to clear out, my goodness, will you be feeling it? So I think collectively, many people have been feeling this one over the last 2 weeks, or for a fortnight or so, it's been coming up more regularly. So the D8 was about domineering, it was about fear of failure and losing control over a situation or a person. So obviously if you're on the receiving end of dominant behaviour, so the back there's more predominantly men that are coming in with it, and women are coming up with this one, but it can swap, you know, so it just depends on the dynamics of your relationship. So we're all in this together, and it doesn't really matter. But so men can get mastitis as well. So mastitis seems to be at the moment kind of like coinciding. So the male gets the D8 vertebrae out, or female, but predominantly male, and the female, predominantly females, but males can get mastitis as well. They're displaying mastitis symptoms in almost kind of like a response to the D8 coming out. So mastitis is, so if you've had a child, mastitis can be just literally fatigue from childbirth, but you don't necessarily have had to have given birth or had a child to get mastitis. So mastitis is really painful and tender breasts, or breasticles as my kids love to call them. Absolute hysterics it gives them, love it, breasticles. So if as an individual, this is coming up, these symptoms are coming up for you, and it can come up in men as well, that you can get tenderness around there too. I'm being mothered by a spouse or someone around me, so you'll feel like somebody is mothering you too much, mother hen. And obviously if your spouse has got the D8 spine vertebra coming out and he's dominating you, and you're thinking, God, I wish he'd just kind of like get off my case and let me get on with things. If you have maybe more of a submissive manner about you, then basically you will literally have the limiting belief of, I must sacrifice myself for my family, my work, or a cause that is close to our heart. So for most females or mums, you know, your family or your spouse is very close to your heart, so you will feel slightly sacrificing yourself to keep the peace. You know, they'll be domineering at the moment, and you've kind of like underlying thinking, I've just had enough. But then underneath as well, it'll be feeling aggression, the frustration, and you'll be feeling like this is accumulating. This isn't just this one episode. This has been many episodes now, and you'll be just thinking, I've had enough. I have had enough of this. So literally kind of like shedding the light on these belief systems that we are holding, which are old ones that we can choose to be aware of and throw out, or we can choose to keep them and end up kind of like getting divorced. It's kind of like our choosing. But wherever we don't kind of look at ourselves and take emotions out of it, try and see yourself as impartial, that you are just a being having an experience. So, and there is no right or wrong experience, it's just an experience. So take the judgment out of it. off yourself, because then that allows you to just see this situation, your symptoms and yourself with an air of neutrality rather than judgment. So a little affirmation to help clear this training of thought that you may be holding at the moment. Again, this is a really good one to help bring sanity into your relationship, because you'll be thinking, well, I love this person really, it's just that at the minute they're absolutely just getting on my nerves, and I am ready for doing one. So shedding a light on this can change your relationship. You can change it. You can change anything. The minute we believe that we can't change anything, you're limiting yourselves. We can change anything if we choose. So the little affirmation around this. So I accept to acknowledge that my way of functioning is preventing me from flourishing. I carefully examine all the qualities that I have. I ask myself why I needed so much to feel useful to somebody. By accepting my worthiness, I have nothing to prove to anyone. By giving myself more love, I control them. These are entirely free gestures, done quite simply, as a child will do. I am capable of saying yes or no according to what is good for me. I accept to let others freely make their own choices, and I learn to love myself. I recognise that all of us grow through our own unique experiences. So it could be a spouse going, I want to watch this on telly, and you're kind of like thinking, sick of watching that, don't want to watch that. And basically you've got two choices there. So this is the behaviour that you'll exhibit. So if you are putting everyone else first above yourself, you'll sit and watch the thing that it is that you simply do not want to watch, and kind of like think, and you'll get frustrated and you get angry with yourself, where ultimately you do have the choice of literally saying, do you know what, it's it for me, I'm going to do something else. I'm just going to go get a glass of wine, or paint my nails, cut my toenails, anything kind of like what than watching this like drivel. So that kind of like, or maybe even something a bit nicer than that. You could call a friend, or if you've got another TV or another device, go watch something else that makes you happy or feel, you don't have to sit together, so to speak, to do something to be in suffering. But, kind of like be aware of it, and when, choose things to do that you can enjoy together. So it's all about balance. So yeah, but if there's something that you don't want to do, you don't have to tolerate it. You stand in your own power, go do something nice for yourself, love the heck out of yourself even more. And then when somebody goes, shall we do this? And you kind of like, you're not feeling it, you literally can turn around and go, no, I'm not feeling it. I'll do something else. But thank you for the invitation. Still love you loads, but no, it's not for me. But we'll do something together another time if you fancy it, So this is kind of like how to navigate these belief systems that we may be carrying. Children as well, if you've got teenagers, it can come up there as well, because you're thinking, I'm not seeing my kids anymore, they're doing their own thing. And so, you will have this, that you'll want to basically kind of overmother them as well. So because you've got some fears around that. If you're feeling like you are getting the pains, then it's kind of like, just let go, just mom or dad, because this can happen to dads as well, go do something that you love. Trampolining, watching something great on Netflix, anything that makes you feel better. That basically you can say, right, I'm just going to let the kids get on with it, because I can get out of their lives, and I can love myself more and allow them to exert their free will as I am exerting my free will. It makes the whole dynamics of relationships so much less frictional, so less aggressive and frustrating, and you can have a little bit of peace with your spouse or your kids just literally by loving the heck out of yourself more. So I hope this helps people with the dynamics of the relationships that potentially may be coming up at the moment, because as we kind of like are having more light coming onto the planet, there are more of these systems, belief systems, that are just bubbling to the surface that we're looking at and we're thinking, I don't like this anymore. How can I change it? So this is how. So just a little kind of like go-to, purely advice, take it or leave it. But thank you absolutely hugely for listening, and have a beautiful day and love the heck out of yourselves, guys. Take care. Bye.